Hello, everybody. I did it again. Jesus. Hello, everybody. And welcome back to more Dark Souls 2. I'm busy playing, and I'm actually here today with Jakey Bear, and he's going to be the one playing. I'm going to be doing the commentating on what's going on here. We're actually in the Sinner's Rise, and basically what Jake's going to attempt here is to defeat the Lost Sinner. He's sitting here looking at his stats right now, kind of thumbing through what he's going to do, because he's got kind of an arduous task to go through. He has to go through some pretty nasty, well, not horrible, but, you know, trip you up, you know, kind of monsters and stuff to deal with on the way to his destination. And anytime you're ready there, big guy. And if you look in the corner of this room where Jakey's heading over right now, this particular phantom who you can summon is an NPC, so it's always going to be there. And I highly suggest, if you're going to go after the Last Sinner, that you summon this individual. I'm not sure if it's a he or a she or whatever, but they are pretty damn badass, and they'll help you out in the long run. So anyway, where Jakey's tromping through the water, he's beat the shit out of a whole slew of crap that you go through in this section. The little guys that jump and bomb you and all that good crap, they're in these little rooms. So basically that first area he just tromped through, you're going to have a few things you have to deal with. Nothing major, but it might give you a little bit of a, it might, you know, make you use an Estus Flask or two. Anyway, we are now going to watch as Jakey enters the Lost Sinner's realm. He's been in here once, as you can tell. He's quick, he's hard to see, and he's a dick. So, a lot of the rule of thumb here is let Lucatiel pretty much dish out a lot of the damage here while Jake's going to he's going to retrieve his stuff. And what he needs to do is, like, when he gets a chance to get behind him, make really good quick hits and get out of there as quickly as possible. Because he wants to keep Lucatiel around, because that is his what the Lost Sinner's focus is going to be on instead of Jake. So right now, as you can see, that's going on, but what Jake needs to do is get in there, help with the fight. Get him from behind, there you go. And then get out quick before you start losing your stamina, because if you do, then he's just going to rape. Now this first chance taking on the Lost Sinner that Jake had, he pretty much had him down, and at the last second he lost his stamina. That was it. Jake was dead. It was game over. Get out of there, Jake. Okay, you're alright. You're alright. Get behind that big douchebag. Make him pay. Because your friend's dying here, buddy. Your friend is dying. Whoa. He does do that real big leaping attack, which is extremely deadly. Take some health there, Jake. There you go. Oh god, you don't want your friend dying. She's almost dead. She is. Oh shit, that hurt. Get back to him. Owie, owie, owie. And that's how this ends. Good job, though. You got to see the Lost Sinner. I mean, he's tricky. He does a variation of a lot of attacks that are very devastating. You got to be very careful with him. And I highly suggest, like I said previously, do not, unless you feel very, very, very accomplished, ever go after this guy on your own. You do get, I believe, 40,000 souls for beating this douchebag. So he's well worth the trip. And then his souls alone at the end of the big old match is worth 25,000. So whether you want to keep that or use it later on for something really special later, you know, it's up to you. I'm a big old soul whore, so what I did when I defeated him is I took the souls and I leveled up. But like I said, it's all up to you. This is kind of the trip that you take. Whoa. Jakey's got a death wish here. I'm not sure what's going on. But you got these archers here, and they do deal some very significant damage if they hit you. Just seeing what he's doing here. Might as well watch this little excerpt, you know, since this is really quite short right now. It's only 5 minutes. Jakey's really fond of the daggers. Any kind of like ranged weapon you can have against these archers is good, as long as you have a shield of some sort. And just take him out real quick, just like that. All simple like. Avoiding falling down like a little elevator contraption here. I've been known to do it. Don't anyone laugh. I know all of you have fallen down some kind of contraption or hole or some crevice or cliff, you know, in Dark Souls. You know, so don't be laughing here. I'm having my late night dinner, so if you hear me chewing, that's what it is. Like right now. So anyway, there's a little elevator that's going to take you down to the Lost Center. Jakey's taking like a quick drink break. And you do have, just so everyone knows, and you're making me very dizzy, Jake, thank you. You'll notice there's these, looks like souls or whatever in these bodies as you're coming down. Keep in mind, if you do jump off and get to those, underneath the platform that Jakey just landed on, there's water. And it's really quite difficult to kind of, not horribly difficult, it can be done, but it's difficult to get from that upper platform on to this area down below where Jake's at without drowning. Because if you fall in that little square area of water, you drown. It's simply put. So keep that in mind. Here's these big old bastards. I don't remember the name of these guys, but they're quite devastating. They get a really good hit on you, like with their tail. Oh, Jake. That was close, buddy. That was really close. So you got to deal with these guys. There's 3 of them in this area. There's 2 to your left and 1 to your right. Taking a bite of pizza here. I'm really hungry. So anyway, but there are a few goodies in here. Jake has, of course, already picked them up. You'll see them there. They pretty much stand out. But like what Jakey's doing in here is, this is kind of a good little technique here, is to actually have these big bastards, lure them out into this little hallway on the staircase, because they have a tendency, what they like to do is whip their tails around, and they do it twice in succession. The first hit will knock you so hard that you really don't have any way of blocking the next hit that's coming at you. So that little staircase can be a lifesaver. And of course Jake's going to get a few quick hits in here. Runs off like a coward. And actually, no, be humble, people, because these guys will rip you to shreds. So anyway, he's going to start following Jake up here. You'll see him coming around the corner any second now. There he is. And he will come all the way into the room. So you got to keep it, throw it. There you go. Keep a guard on it. I always go what I think Jake's going to do, this left-hand side here, and when he comes around that corner, start swiping. Or not. There you go. Easy schmeezy, right? Of course. So, he's got one more to deal with. He's on the left-hand side around this corner. Throwing knives, and then he's going to do a leap. And I would get out of there right now. Because you left yourself kind of vulnerable. See, I'm a big old pussy, so this is my strategy. I'm telling Jakey, just run. He could have stood there and fight, like someone who's brave, but no, I'm going to give him my example of be a complete pussy in this game and run like a coward. I just don't like dying a lot, so, you know, I figured, hey, you know, do the pussy route thing. It's safer, and I die less. Okay, and one of your little jumper zombie guys on the right that explode. Now these guys by themselves are really nothing to be concerned with. But if you get 2 or 3 of them on you, you're pretty much done. So, word of warning. You know, they may seem harmless, but you know they do some damage if they can get the one up on you. You can get pretty messed up with them. So, take heed when you see them leaping at you because they're going to blow up and it's going to pretty much take you off your feet. So a quick approach here and just wipe them out real fast. Not the door, but yeah, there you go. And there are locked doors. You have to have the Bastille key to get in through those areas. I believe you have to do the Belfry Luna area before you actually get that key. I'm not for certain on that, but you do somehow acquire that key, which at this point Jake does not have. I don't even have it either, so we both suck. Sorry we couldn't show you that little tidbit, and he's going to get attacked by another little jumpy blow him up guy. No big deal, right? And there's one in there. A quick swipe of your sword right when they come at you is really the best tactic. I mean, it does not take really anything to take them down. One swipe and usually they're gone. As you noticed, Jake was throwing. I don't know if he was throwing, but earlier on he was throwing a throwing knife at him, and it took him down in one hit. So they're really, really quite puny. You just don't want them to gang up on you. And I'm not sure why. Oh, I think Jake is going to attempt the Lost Sinner again. So hey, let's do this. And there's his NPC. She's going to show up here in a second, though. Like I said, she is always, I'm going to call it a her. I think it's a her. She's always going to be there, and you absolutely, if you can get one more person to go in there with you, that's even much more of a bonus. With her along, fantastic. I mean, she's well worth the ride. And Jakey, there's, I think, another bomber guy in here that you missed. You did, because I can hear him running at you. He's going to keep running at you, and he's going to blow you up if you don't be careful. Okay. Anyway. And yeah, you don't want to fall in this water at all. I think you all will probably know that by now, but you're dead. And to this, yeah, where Jake's pointing. Down in that area there is, I can't remember what it was, but there's a goodie. I'm sure, I wish I could remember the goodies. I always tell you, everybody, there's goodies down there, but I don't know what the hell they are, because I never can remember. So here he is. Lost Sinner is going to attack quickly. He doesn't waste any time. So let's see if Jake has some better luck this time, but do keep an eye out for any other phantoms you can summon, because her alone is great, but you know, having someone else would be even better. And in fact, that was how I took care of this big dick. And see, Jakey's playing the pussy way, and I'm not sure if that really helps in this situation, though, because he really does need to start taking some chunks out of this guy or her. The Lost Sinner is actually a female, so just make that clear. We know she's a female. Go figure. One of the toughest bosses is a female. Oh, get out of the way there, Jakey. Alright, good one. Nice duck and roll. Oh. That's kind of a sneaky little attack. I was figuring Jakey could have gone behind her and hit, but he chose not to, and I think that was probably a good decision. Because she turned around ready to just stick that sword right up his bunghole. But his buddy is getting pulverized, so he'd better start doing something quick, because Mr. Sinner here, or her, is really not that damaged. And he really does not want to put up with her with this much health. And there's the big attack. It's a really hard one to predict. Oh. Estus Flash, Jake. Get off those freaking throwing knives. There you go, buddy. And look out. Your buddy Lucatil is dying. So, I suggest you help her out. Oh. Back off. Back off. Oh, lordy. Well, as the saying goes, it's Dark Souls. Come on. What do you expect? Not supposed to be easy. Anyway, so there's your little quick run through of the Sinner's Rise with the Lost Sinner Jakey edition. He'll get it. He'll get it. He won't have a problem with it anytime at all, I'm sure. Oh, God, Jake's going to probably die here in a second. I noticed one thing, though. I'm looking at this. Holy crap. Hopefully this video comes out okay, because I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's peachy. I have dual monitors, so I'm looking at the screen that has a delay. So you're probably going to see this as a delay. Whatever. You'll get the gist of it. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Dark Souls 2. You all have a great day. Peace.